Boosting retail store sales, increasing in-store conversion and maximising profit requires a beautiful store design, an attractive visual display and an effective loss prevention strategy. You cannot design a beautiful store or create an attractive visual display if you do not know who you are designing the store for. Neither can you have an effective loss prevention strategy if you do not have the right inventory management infrastructure. At the heart of multi-channel retailing is ensuring inventory accuracy and efficient fulfilment. The attainment of an effective multi-channel retailing infrastructure is key to retail success. How can a retail brand build an effective multi-channel infrastructure? As a retail brand, you have three options. Option 1, you could choose the most expedient option and attempt to build it in-house. I suggest you don't because it's complicated. Building an effective multi-channel retail infrastructure requires retail marketing expertise, which in itself requires the ability to identify your target market, craft an effective marketing message, and select the right media to channel your marketing message. You also need expertise in store design, visual merchandising display, supply chain management, loss prevention, and retail technology, to name but a few. You will need all of this expertise in-house in order to be able to build your own multi-channel infrastructure. You could choose the second option of hiring big brand consulting firms. No doubt these brand name consulting firms possess the expertise required to build effective multi-channel retail infrastructure. Many of them have been in existence for decades. They have an army of consultants and massive resources. But think about this question for a moment. Don't you think when BHSS or Austin Reed were going down, they called the branded consulting firms, but they were still unable to save them? What about Tesco, Walmart, Macy's or Penny's? Do you think they've not called in the big retail consulting firms? Why have they not been able to dig them out of their holes? The problem with big retail consulting firms is they apply the same ineffective, antiquated 19th century retail consulting strategy to the 21st century retail environment. Big brand retail consulting agencies are staffed by either old men who are completely out of touch with 21st century retail customers, or fresh out of school, inexperienced consultants who have never stood behind a retail counter in their lives. Now you have a third option, and that's to hire us. What makes us different from other retail consulting firms? Firstly, we help retailers like you sell the way customers buy. Other retail consulting firms show retail brands how to sell to their customers. We focus on how people buy and design strategies that help retail brands sell the way people buy. Secondly, we are one of the few retail consulting firms with all the expertise required to boost store sales and maximise profit. We have store designers, visual merchandisers, supply chain and inventory management expertise, multi-channel infrastructure designers, retail loss prevention expertise. Yes, we simply connect the dot, bringing every aspect of the store operations together. We devise strategies that tap into basic human emotions. So if you're a retail brand that would like to boost sales, increase in-store conversion and maximise profit, you could go about the process in any of the three ways. Attempt the expedient but complicated route of doing it yourself. Hire the big brand consulting firms that implement the same failed strategies that have been implemented in dead and struggling retail brands. Or you try a third option of hiring a young, dynamic firm staffed by people who have worked in retail themselves, those who know how to sell the way modern shoppers buy. One of the only firms with store design, visual merchandising display, loss prevention and multi-channel retailing infrastructure design capabilities. In these series of videos, I'll share with you strategies for building a retail brand that can prevail in a new retail environment. You'll learn how to boost sales, increase in-store conversion and maximise profit. And meanwhile, if you need help boosting your store sales, please call 44020 87980 579 or visit www.theprofitexperts.co.